All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the New York session live. Hope you guys are having a great morning or evening, wherever you are. Winning Wave, how you doing? Steven, good morning. Okay, guys. So the market did break out overnight into London, but we never came back down and took out Tokyo's low. So Bitcoin is obviously pumping. We've got Nvidia earnings. Now we're just kind of in this channel here waiting to see what happens. So Craig, how you doing? So basically we're in the middle line of the conversion here. We are in an uptrend. 15 minutes overbought. If you go to our liquidity gaps right here, the MACD is crossing up right on the 4-hour time frame. RSI is pointing up for another 50 minutes. We did hit a rare fair value gap here. We didn't hit that 68K though. And if you're looking at Bitcoin right now, we've got a nice uptrend. We've hit the side of the uptrend, formed a higher low, and now you could essentially see Bitcoin coming up to the top if this isn't a fake out, right? If this is a fake out, then we're going to break right here. But we are looking at about 68K at the top for now. So 68K is our target. And if you guys are longing or short, who is longing this or shorting this move? I've made this very vocal last night, guys. I'm not in a trade, and I'm not in a trade right now either. I'm going to wait until I have more confirmation. Because sure, we broke out here. That's all fine and dandy that we broke out here. But we are still in a major downtrend in the market. So this move to right here is the shorter term, but I'd probably be looking for a short around 68K. Maybe at the break of trend, but we got to see because this is a very clear uptrend. Do not short. Do not short this area right here because this is a strong uptrend. Argyle, how you doing? Nvidia long, nice, not too bad. Sitting on hands, yeah, that is what I'm doing. I'm sitting on my hands. I've learned multiple times already with New York. If we pump up to 68K, that is good. Even 67.6. What is the next target here? So we've got 68. Yeah, 68 or the top of this channel. But there's a lot of money to be made. Just got to be patient. Now, this move right here would have been good to long at the bottom. The problem is when you're in a downtrend, it hit the top here, it bounced off 64.5 and then continued to pump. So now you're kind of just waiting for that uptrend to break. All right, Tim, I'm still in my long, hoping for a reversal. If we look at the Fibonacci, the 618 right here, we are about to hit our TP1. pretty much right there, 67.3. TP2 would be 68.8 in that area. But yeah, we did bounce off the 618 right here, or the 382 if you're looking for retracement. But this is on a clear uptrend right now. Real Aleko, how you doing? I have to wake up in 4.5 hours for work in an AVAX long, have to stay up 200x leverage. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's got more to go. All the RSIs are fighting to stay above the 50. Yep, for sure. So I would not be in a short. Would I be in a long? You could technically long this if you want to scalp it. But it is in the middle, right? So let's look at USDT.D and see what it is doing. Dumping. So that is a good sign for Bitcoin and crypto. We broke out right here. We have a little bit of a bullish pennant. Now I've kind of stripped my chart, guys, of everything right now because I'm kind of tired of all these indicators. So I stripped my chart a bit. And what we're doing right now is we're just going basic trend lines, basic parallel channels. Everything is super basic. And then on my liquidity gaps right here, I have my MACD and my RSI and all that. Okay, so super basic. I just want a different look into the market right now. Just nothing. I don't want anything telling me anything except for my RSI, stochastic, and MACD. So it looks like USDT.D is breaking to the downside here. So if we look at Tether DOM, we're most likely going to come down to about 7%, which is good, and possibly a lot lower. Remember, we're overbought on the 18-hour time frame, guys. Thomas, how you doing? Bob, trapped in an H-bar short. Slack, how you doing? So if you're looking at the daily right here, Tether DOM is coming down. Oh, let's see. Tether DOM is coming down, guys, and essentially you're looking at this hitting this trend line right here, which is probably going to be about 7%. I keep getting notification on Tau because I believe Tau is pumping here. Yeah, there we go. So Tau's breaking out. Kind of. If you look at Tau, it hit our 618. Tau would be a really good long if this ends up holding because Tau is breaking out. Looks like a lot of altcoins are breaking out today. I don't know if it is going to be a legit breakout, but you have that falling wedge. Okay, I got to fix my trading view. I stripped all my indicators, but I moved everything to here. So pretty much all my other indicators are right here instead of the other chart. But yeah, Tau is looking good, guys. If we could get above this 618 right here, We are going to pump all the way up to here. Now, we put an alert on Tau because I think people asked me to look at Tau. But if you could find a long on Tau, it is looking pretty decent. Just not sure how I feel about Bitcoin at the moment. The 15 minutes overbought. I would probably wait for this 5 minute to become oversold. All right, how about XRP? So XRP broke out. Man, what's that? Okay, yeah, we got it. Tau alert. So XRP broke out here, guys, on the 4-hour time frame. Obviously, we're very, very overbought on XRP. Yeah, the market's definitely going to pump because the 18 hours oversold. So we looked at this on the live. It looks like we're bouncing off of a higher low on the 18-hour time frame. And that is kind of what Bitcoin is doing. Or XRP, Bitcoin, everything. Every crypto is bouncing off of an 18-hour time frame, which is a higher low. And if you look at Bitcoin right here too, Bitcoin is also bouncing off of a higher low. So this drop looks like it could be a continuation of a trend to the upside, possibly. I'm still looking for shorts, but if that is the case, then we could push up to that. What is this, 70K target? Well, first we're going to about 68, if anything. But that 15-minute is overbought, guys, so keep that in mind. This could be a fake out. It is looking good on the 18-hour, but it could be a fake out. I have fixed my trading view. There we go. Okay, so 18-hour time frame is moving up. MACD is crossed back up on the 18-hour off that little fake out. So it looks like there's definitely a continuation on the trend. Vintage, how you doing? I'm stuck in an XRP short. XRP, all right. So XRP should reject right around here. There are more sells than buys on XRP, so I would say about 145, 146 could be the rejection area. XRP is very, very overbought in the 15-minute time frame. Everyone seems to be stuck in shorts. I would say about 146 would be my area on XRP. Could it drop here? It definitely could. Nvidia. Okay, there's Nvidia earnings today. So we could look at Nvidia here. Fix my trading view. Okay, I'll do that after my live. So Nvidia has a nice rounded bottom here, which should pump up to about 212. If you are looking Nvidia on all-time highs, yeah, so Nvidia is looking very, very good. Huge rounded bottom. You're pretty much drawing a trend line, or you're drawing a parallel channel from here to pretty much here. And Nvidia would actually be in a bit of a pennant as well. 3 days moving up. It looks like it's about to break out here on your RSI. So this should be the top on Nvidia unless it breaks out, which is going to be this resistance right here. So honestly, guys, I could see Nvidia pumping to around close to around 230, 232 in that region. Hit that like button, guys. If you are new to the live, let me know in the comment section below. I thank everybody for coming on the live, guys. This is the New York session, and it looks like crypto is about to do something pretty big. But Nvidia, yeah, you'd be looking at about 214, 215, 213. After that, 233. But I would expect this resistance to head to the top. No problem, no problem. Someone said they were stuck in an H-bar short. So this would be my top on Nvidia. If it breaks out, it breaks out. But until it breaks out, we're still in a downtrend on the macro. So H-bar. Wow, H-bar is almost at the top here. Now, keep in mind, winning wave, Nvidia is in a downtrend, but it could hit those targets. So I typically don't go against a downtrend, although that is a macro downtrend. So keep in mind, Nvidia could reverse, but that nice rounded bottom could take us to those targets that we're looking for. Okay, so it looks like H-bar broke out. I would say the top on H-bar is probably going to be about 10.8. You are overbought on the 15, and you're very, very overbought in the 15-minute here on H-bar. Yeah, so this should be the top. But if you're looking at your higher time frames, 10.6 is probably going to be the top. Yeah, so that is what I'd be looking at on H-bar, and it's pretty much written in the cards, guys. Bitcoin is most likely going to pump up to 68K. I don't see this dropping. It could. But I would say 68K is probably going to be, or even 67.8 in that area. 68 would be a good target. All right, hold Nvidia, awesome. What else do we got here? Solana. Even though the market is pumping, it's boring. I don't know why. I just don't get excited off pumps now because everything's been a fake out. So let's take a look at Solana here. So Sol did break out on the 4-hour here. I see Sol pushing up to about $89, $90 at this moment. Yeah, I would say about $90, 89 on Solana. But again, we're very, very overbought. So it's tough for me to say to long this. Man, it's because I merged my trading views. All right, whatever. I'll figure out that later. Let's see. So Bitcoin is pumping, guys, right? Pumping to the top of the channel. Nvidia earnings pump. Maybe. I have a lot of conviction right now because I'm not long in this market, guys, but I'm also not shorting this market right now. No trade zone for me. And then I'm going to evaluate what happens here. Do I short up here or do I think we're going to break out? I'm not sure. So we'll see. I more likely will be taking a trade at the end of New York session today or Tokyo, because or into Tokyo, because then the session will be closed and we can kind of see the price settle down a bit, especially with how overbought we are in the 15-minute time frame. But yeah, Bitcoin's definitely pumping. All right, what else do we got here? Sol, I went over XRP. Let's look at CoinGecko and see what is trending. Normally, I don't like but I'm only looking to make one trade a day, guys. So I'm lining up my trades where it has to be my exact setup I want. If it's not, I'm not really interested in it. Kite is almost 30 cents, about to hit our take profit. Yeah, a lot of altcoins are pumping like crazy right now. Low caps, though. Check out virtuals. It is trending. March should be up. We'll see. I'm not trusting anything until that macro breakout. So here's the macro breakout we're looking at, guys. So if we're looking at the macro breakout, this is the macro time frame. That would be around 73, 74 now. In that area, 74, 75. Virtuals is trending a bit here. I do like trading virtuals. It is about to hit the top, so you might get this range right here. Which is about 74. That could be a good short, but if it breaks out, it'll fly. Yeah, Bitcoin's running hard right now, guys. So if you're in a long, you guys are printing profit. And then we've also got some resistance right here, which we're kind of breaking out of. So I could see virtuals hitting around 87. No, actually 76 would be my short-term top because we're overbought. And there's a lot of sells right here on virtuals. So I may be looking for a short right here. Maybe, possibly. If you guys are looking for a play, that could be a good short. This is actually going to have probably bearish divergence on the 4-hour, which is pretty crazy because all it did was pump from here to here. 67.6 on the VWAP. that would line you up with this sweep liquidity area right here. Really good sweep liquidity area, 67.6. All right, let's look at some more large caps, guys. I got to fix my trading view because it's driving me insane. Look at ADA, broke the trend. Wow. Faked out, broke the trend down, came back up, massive liquidation candle to take out shorts. Cardano is looking very, very good. Very good. At least to the top here around 29. Okay, so I want to make sure we go over everything, all the particulars, guys, before we end the live. I do got to end the live a bit earlier today. But we could see Bitcoin's pretty much pumping. Everything's pumping off this Nvidia report. There will be money to be made, guys, and I will put up a golden setup that will print everybody money. Just, I'm going to be patient for it and wait. But I'm going to give you guys a golden high leverage setup that will print you guys absolute cash once it is ready. Probably could turn $1,000 into $4 or $5 grand off the setup I'm looking at. So make sure you guys are subscribed to BeSlimless.com because when I put that setup, it is going to be a money setup. We might get stopped out once, but it'll work the second time for sure. Hopefully the first time. But Cardano is running here off this falling kind of rise, descending wedge here. Cardano is looking very, very good. I know. Okay, so this is now the new. ADA should hit about 30. There's actually been decent volume in ADA, guys. Definitely been decent volume. You know what we have to look at? BTCD. I haven't been keeping up with my Bitcoin DOM. Okay, never mind. It's doing nothing. How about XAU? Still doing nothing. Huge rounded bottom, but it is doing nothing at that conversion line. Okay. And the 4 hours completely oversold on gold. How about silver? Silver is looking okay. You did break out. Silver is looking a lot better than gold. But it does have resistance right here. So I would set an alert here because silver keeps on climbing new highs and it is oversold in the 4. 18 hours moving up, daily's moving up. I would say gold and silver is going to have a pump for sure. All right, what other large caps do we have? Ethereum. I need to start looking at Ethereum. Ethereum's a large cap, and I never look at it. So Ethereum broke out as well, I think. I could see Ethereum pushing up to about 2,100. 2150 on ETH if we can break this area here, because Ethereum does have a lot of sells around here. All right, guys, so I'm going to tell you my plan for the day. Plan for the day is see if Bitcoin rejects here. I'm not jumping into a short right here. I want you guys to realize that. Just because it is the top here doesn't mean I'm jumping into a short here. I'm going to tell you guys why. Because the 4-hour broke out. All right. This is just a smaller channel. If anything, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for, like, really, I can see Bitcoin hitting around 68 to 69K at the moment. Like that would be my top right here. However, if we do reject right here, then I will short on this little break of the uptrend. So we have a little 5-minute uptrend here. Once we break this, go sideways, then I'll look for a short. At the moment, market isn't ready for me to trade it. I'm only looking for a big setup, huge setup. Doge, okay. Yeah, Doge is looking very good. Altcoins are pumping. You got a breakout here. You got a rounded bottom here. And now you're looking at about 12 cents in that area. Doge could be a really good trade. I would see Doge pump into about 11.5 or 12. That's going to be a really good setup, guys. If you break the conversion line on Doge, which is literally going to be right here, you could get a nice scalp long, about 16% on Doge. That would be a killer setup. That would be a killer setup. Mickey, can I post the setup if it plays out? Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. So I would say, guys, long Doge outside of this conversion line, like if it breaks the conversion line. Yeah, this looks really good. This actually would have been a really nice long down here. That is a 3-point trend bounce. This is the type of setups you want to look for. Can I post the setup if it plays out? Sure. Currently in a SUI trade, can it reach $1? Yeah, it could reach $1. The top of the channel is definitely $1. Here's the thing. A lot of these channels are having 3-point trends. So I am telling you guys right now, do not short anything. Because the 3-point trend is very strong. It also means that things could break out of the range. 2-point, not too strong. 3-point, very, very strong. All right. So SUI is definitely probably going to reach about $1. It could also reach 118 if it breaks out of this range right here. Money setups are coming into play. Whether you're looking for shorts or longs, there is money to be made. Yeah, you're probably going to, this is probably going to be the top. If it isn't, I'd be shocked because the 15 minutes very, very overbought. All right, guys, so that is all I got for everybody today. We are doing a Tokyo live session at 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST. Make sure you guys stay locked in on bslimlist.com for the setups and for the updates. I'm not trading at the moment. I'm waiting for my trade to come to me. If it doesn't, then I will wait again. But essentially, it's pretty much written in the cards that Bitcoin's going to hit about 68 to about 67.6. So that is what I'd be going off of for now. Nvidia earnings, we're in an uptrend channel. We broke 68 is very, very possible. But again, in the shorter term, you're probably going to hit this area, bounce around, drop, bounce around, drop. I would not be shorting this until it hits 68K or until it breaks this uptrend, which is 66.1. Even if Bitcoin starts dumping like crazy, I'm not going to short it until it breaks right here because this is a 3-point trend. Actually, this is a 4-point trend, so it is even stronger. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could do something like this, go up, and then go down. But these are my 2 entries on Bitcoin at the top around 68K or at the break around 66 off the bottom of that trend line breaking down. Okay, I hope everyone has a great day, guys. We'll see you on the Tokyo session today. Live 8 to 8:30. I think Tokyo. Today is it. We did London last night, so today is Wednesday too. So Tokyo. And make sure you guys post your wins.